let's just kind of go back to our kind of running list of how this changes things. So we're going to be prepared, right? So we've talked about this process. I'll know my stuff, right? So I'm gonna be an expert at my area. So another thing I would say is that rehearsal is, as a musician, you guys can talk about this, but rehearsal is not the time to learn your songs.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one for us.
Anybody
musicians.
fight that? I mean, I don't. Listen, we're here to be honest and open, and I'm not trying to kick anybody in the shins.
Yeah.
But some of you need to be kicked in the shins. So, seriously, you know, you've got your planning center invitation, you've got the set list, and you know what's coming. So, practice before you get to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Rehearsal is the time to put it all together, right? And so it's really frustrating when I've been in churches where people are having to figure out the chords
Right.
when we should be rehearsing.
Yeah. Rehearsals where we're going to put all these pieces together, and Daniel and I are going to talk about, I heard this on the recording, but there's not another guitar player. Should I play that part? But if we don't come in knowing that, if I've walked through the door and I haven't listened to the song 10 times and played it as many times, I'm sunk. Especially if I'm a band leader, MD kind of situation.
Yeah.
I've really got to know my stuff. But I think, I think we could speed up our process so much if we didn't have to, drag the bass player along. No offense, Matthew. and actually, if anybody's dragging us along, it's this guy. He's awesome. But you know what I mean? If you're not having to show somebody their parts when you've only got 45 minutes and church is happening. This is not like, some people get like a Tuesday night rehearsal, but even if you do, let's respect each other's time. Let's come prepared.
Yeah.
I would say just to add to that, at the end of the day, you only have so much time to get everybody's ears right so that we can hear each other. And when you come prepared, you just allow for the most optimal amount of time to focus on what you need to focus on. So that's really why that's important.
Yeah. Todd?
Is this on? There we go. I was going to say, one of the things as I look around the stage, they won't be right now, but these guys could be fired if they didn't do their job. And I think in churches, we're dealing with volunteers so many times, and we don't let them know in love as a team establish a standard. Like, guys, if you don't come and know your music, you're not playing here.
Right.
And we feel like because we're Christians that we can't, say that to each other because we just love everybody. But to get the work done excellently, and I would say for your church, decide what you want your standard to be and hold people to that standard. It makes them better people. It makes your team better. And at the end of the day, Matt mentioned time. The time that some people are going to miss from putting their kids into bed because somebody didn't learn a song is not right. So I take that personally, and I just say, hey, guys, here's what we're going to do, and if you can't do it, then we're not going to use you. So don't be afraid in church leadership to lovingly be firm for people and set a standard that's a high standard. We're called to be excellent in what we do. So that's...
And I hear a lot of churches that have the debate about, going off what you're saying, being skillful or doing what you do with your heart, like it has to be kind of this either-or thing. And, I think it's such an important thing to be aware that it can easily be both. Mm-hmm. You can do what you do very skillfully and be completely engaged with your heart, and that's kind of the goal for all of us.
That's what God has called us to do, right? That's when you're working in your gifting, is when you're excellent at it, and it's just an outpouring of who he made you to be. So it's definitely not an either-or. I think that'll preach. That's both of those things. Putting your kids to bed because other people respect your time and being great and good at the same time. Let's go home. That's good.